In the middle of a quiet Manchester dojo, a single mother's terrified scream echoed as the head karate coach slammed her against the mirror in front of her young son. Students froze in shock. Until action star Jason Statham, who had been watching from the sidelines, stepped forward with fury in his eyes. What happened next turned the entire dojo upside down, and the ending will leave you speechless. The rain had been steady all afternoon. Soft patters against the umbrella Lena Roberts carried as she walked through the streets of Manchester with her son, Ethan. At just 10 years old, Ethan had discovered a fascination with martial arts. Something about the discipline, the crisp white uniforms, the quick, precise movements fascinated him. For Lena, karate wasn't just an extracurricular activity for her boy, it was a lifeline, something to build his confidence after the difficult year they'd had. Ethan's father had left when he was 7, disappearing into a haze of broken promises. Lena had been holding things together alone ever since, balancing 2 jobs, paying the bills, and trying to keep Ethan's world stable. She'd scraped together the money for karate classes, because she knew Ethan needed something positive, something that made him feel proud. The dojo itself was modest. Tucked between a cozy coffee shop and a bike repair store, its glass front steamed up in the winter from the heat inside. The polished wooden floors shone under bright fluorescent lights, and the faint scent of sandalwood incense greeted every visitor. Trent Mason, the head coach, had been a local name for years. Tall, broad-shouldered with sharp features and a permanent smirk. He was in his early 40s but carried himself like someone still chasing the glory days of his competitive fighting career. Parents were drawn to his reputation for producing strong competitors, but there had always been whispers that Trent could be aggressive, short-tempered, and overly familiar with certain mothers who came in alone. Lena had noticed the way Trent's eyes sometimes lingered on her, the way his tone would soften when he spoke to her compared to others. She ignored it, telling herself she was imagining things. She didn't want drama, she just wanted Ethan to learn. That Tuesday, the class was busy. Kids in crisp white gis lined up in neat rows, practicing their blocks and kicks under Trent's barked instructions. The rhythmic sound of feet on the mat filled the air, punctuated by sharp shouts as each student executed a move. Lena sat on the bench near the entrance, smiling as she watched Ethan perform his kata with focus. For a moment, she felt light, the weight of unpaid bills and long shifts melting away in the warmth of seeing her son grow. When the class wrapped up, parents began gathering their kids. Ethan jogged over to grab his water bottle, cheeks flushed from the workout. Lena started packing his bag when she heard Trent's voice behind her. "Lena, can I have a quick word?" She turned startled. Sure." Ethan stayed by the bench, sipping water, while Lena followed Trent toward the mirrored wall. At first, the conversation seemed normal. Feedback on Ethan's stance, his potential for entering a youth competition. But Trent's tone shifted. "You know, I could help him improve a lot faster. Private sessions. Just you me and Ething, or maybe just you and me." Lena frowned. "That's unnecessary. He's doing fine in class." Trent's eyes narrowed. "Come on. Don't be so uptight. You're here every week. I notice things. You've got good energy. Not many people catch my eye." She stepped back slightly. "I think I should get going." Trent's smirk disappeared, replaced with something colder. "You think you can just walk away from me? I don't owe you anything." Leah shot back, her voice low but firm. That's when his hand shot out, gripping her arm hard enough to make her flinch. Ethan's head snapped up. The chatter in the dojo quieted. Parents and kids noticed the tension but froze, unsure what to do. Trent yanked Lena toward the mirror, pressing his bulk against her to block her escape. "You're not leaving until I'm finished talking. And thing. You hurt her." The words cut through the silence like a blade. From the far corner of the room, Jason Statham stepped forward. He'd been there quietly, watching the class while visiting an old friend who ran a nearby gym. Dressed in a plain gray hoodie and black training pants, he didn't look like a movie star at that moment. He looked like a man ready to end a problem. Trent turned his head, sneering. "Who the hell are you?" Jason didn't blink. "The guy who's going to make you regret that grip." A murmur ran through the room. Parents pulled their kids a little closer. The air crackled with the tension of 2 predators sizing each other up. Trent shoved Lena away and stepped toward Jason. "This is my dojo. You don't tell me what to do here." Jason moved in slowly, each step deliberate. A dojo is supposed to be a place of respect. You've turned it into your ego's playground. Trent threw the first punch, a wild swing born out of anger. Jason ducked, catching his wrist mid-air and twisting it just enough to make Trent hiss in pain. The coach tried a knee strike, but Jason blocked it with a forearm, countering with a sharp elbow to the ribs. Trent stumbled but came back with a spinning backfist. Jason sidestepped, hooking Trent's ankle and sending him sprawling onto the mat. The impact rattled the room. Breathing hard, Trent got up again, fury burning in his eyes. He charged, but Jason caught him by the collar and drove him backward into the mirror, the glass trembling under the force. Jason's voice was low, each word heavy. "Touch her again, and you won't get back up." The room stayed silent. No one moved. Jason turned to Lena, his expression softening instantly. "You okay?" She nodded, holding Ethan close. "Yes, thank you." Jason gave her a reassuring nod. "Get your boy. Leave this place. You deserve better." By the next day, Trent was gone. The dojo's owner banned him from teaching. Parents rallied around Lena, helping her find a new school for Ethan. That rainy Tuesday became the day Ethan learned what true strength looked like. Not the kind shown in kicks or belts, but the kind that stands up when it counts the most.